Gooflumps is a joke series based on Goosebumps. I think the funniest part is that the front and back covers have 5 warnings. It's just a joke, not a real Goosebumps book. Please don't read it and get mad. It sounds like the truly scary thing here is the Goosebumps lawyer team.
Argofump book review. Argofump book review.
12-year-old Joe Kohler. That's a toilet joke kids will not pick up on. 12-year-old Joe Kohler plays an alien video game with his best friend Roger. He starts giving Roger noogies when Roger won't say he's the best. They're interrupted by Cynthia, Joe's older sister. She screams because Joe made a giant mess in the bathroom and he left the toilet seat up. Joe makes fun of her. Why are girls so obsessed with toilet seats? They're stupid. Joe fondly remembers slamming a door on a girl in school. Cynthia storms off angrily, and Joe celebrates by making up a rap about bathrooms. You could probably tell by now that Joe is a terrible person. He bullies and insults everyone. He's got a smart aleck comeback for everything. He ruins the book for me. It should be funny to have a narrator who's constantly cracking jokes, but his jokes are too mean-spirited. Then again, I've met middle schoolers who are just as mean as Joe, so your mileage may vary when it comes to Joe's character. As it is, he is so nasty, I am rooting for the aliens to defeat him. The toilet falls over and cracks. Joe and Roger try to fix it with tape, but it doesn't work. Dad takes Joe to Flowville so they can buy a new toilet. The only place that's open is Gleepnorp's. Gleepnorp is clearly an alien disguised as a human. He's green, he talks funny, he's from Polaris, and he has a spaceship that looks like a giant toilet. That's when Oscar the Grouch pops out of a trash can. No, wait, it's just Aunt Thelma. She's a wacko. Since Joe is a jerk, he doesn't listen to her when she warns him about Gleepnorp. I find it weird that Joe insults Gleepnorp 10 times, but as soon as Aunt Thelma says Gleepnorp is strange, Joe suddenly decides Gleepnorp is all right. What a contrary kid. That night, Joe sees green lights from the bathroom. Dad starts acting strangely. He uses alien words like intact, and he hides in the garage all day. A bully throws up on Joe, so Joe goes to the bathroom and throws up in the toilet for 15 minutes. He flushes the toilet while his head is still inside the bowl, which is disgusting and gross. The toilet lid slams down, trapping Joe in place. He sees a green light and an alien face in the toilet bowl. Nobody believes Joe when he says what happened. After Mom takes a shower, she starts acting weird too. Instead of being a professional businesswoman, she acts the way she did 3 years ago, when she was a stay-at-home mom who baked all day. I don't know why Joe is scared of his mom giving him delicious cookies all the time. That sounds pretty good to me. Joe finds a secret panel with buttons on the back of the toilet, but he is interrupted by Cynthia. That night, Joe has a nightmare. I think? The book is not clear if it's real or a dream. Anyway, the evil toilet chases Joe around his room, trying to flush him. It's sort of like Captain Underpants 2. Cynthia takes a shower, and now she starts acting like it's 3 years ago, when she was a tomboy, not a cheerleader. I find it weird that the toilet is supposed to be the villain, but it's taking showers that changes Joe's family members. Showers are not toilets. Cynthia installs a bathroom lock, and the parents wear welding suits. When Joe learns Gleepnorp's store has disappeared, Joe realizes Gleepnorp is secretly an alien who is using toilets to conquer Earth. Yeah, Joe, readers figured that out 60 pages ago. Try to keep up. Joe rushes home, where Dad reveals he built a mega transporter in the garage. Of course, it's shaped like a toilet. Joe is shocked to learn Cynthia is the supreme commander of the aliens. Joe and Roger use the buttons on the toilet to transport them to the alien spaceship. where Joe rescues his family from a force field prison. They all confront Gleepnorp. Gleepnorp confirms he replaced Joe's family with androids. They acted strangely because the aliens' information on Joe was 3 years out of date. Why did they even have information on Joe to begin with? I have no idea why they let Joe go free instead of replacing him with an android like they did with the others. We're told there are android copies of Joe and Roger. They don't get mentioned again outside of that paragraph. What's up with that? The humans are saved at the last minute when Roger's toy makes a sound effect that destroys the aliens. How convenient. The humans return to Earth. They struggle to break down the locked bathroom door. Humorously, Dad and Joe both fail, but Cynthia's cheerleading kicks work. They go downstairs to find that Aunt Thelma defeated all the androids by herself. It's almost like Joe could have done nothing, and Aunt Thelma would have saved the planet on her own. The end. Post-book follow-up. I didn't like this book much. It is poorly written in several places, especially the ending confrontation with Gleepnorp. I got the feeling that the author rewrote half of the scene, but forgot to rewrite the second half to match it. The same goes for the scene where Cynthia is replaced. Joe insists she's acting weird, even though she's acting perfectly normal. As a parody of Goosebumps, this book falls flat. It's not really an attempt to imitate the Goosebumps style or characters, beyond a couple of fake-out cliffhangers. I'm not even sure the author read Stay Out of the Basement before writing this. That's how loose the parody elements are. So just treat it as a silly, scary story. I mean, it's toilet aliens. That's almost as silly of a premise as a dried sponge monster or a kid turning into a dog. It has some good jokes, and I'm sure kids love the toilet humor. As I said, Joe the narrator ruined the book for me. If it was the exact same story with a sympathetic narrator, I would probably love the heck out of it. Bonus points if the narrator was actually based on a Goosebumps narrator. I give Gooflumps number 2.5, Stay Out of the Bathroom, a 2 out of 10.